I think it's safe to say that most of you know a lot of my life, whether I liked it or not. And I had to stop because I had everything and I was absolutely broken inside. And I kept it all together enough to where I would never let you down, but I kept it too much together to where I let myself down. I don't want to see your bodies on Instagram. I want to see what's in here. I'm not trying to get validation, nor do I need it anymore.
Exit 07, my Hlehle, episode 7 of the Best of Me podcast. Welcome to it. My name is Samora Mangesi. And of course, as per usual, we're here to promote self-love and self-respect through the re-evaluation of our relationships with the vices that keep us in a stronghold. Whether it's alcohol, drugs, gambling, sex, interpersonal relationships, whatever it is that you can take from this conversation and impart into your life and try to make better decisions, because a lot of the time we find ourselves in dangerous situations and destructive behaviors where if we had just been questioning or even considering before we undertook them, then we may have found ourselves on a different path. Now, today, I'm very excited about the conversation that we're going to be having, talking about mental health and its intersectionality with izinto ezifana notywala in our lives. And I thought there's no better person to have this conversation with than Hlehle Lupindo, who is not only just a mental health advocate, but also an
lover of things,
an OG online princess. Sana.
Jeez, I've never gotten that one before.
Is
Online
it?
princess. It was when I was still stuck in your intro. Exe uzet. I was like, that is so cool. That's a cool intro.
Hlehle, what is your poison?
It depends on what I'm feeling that day.
Okay.
Now that I've grown, I used to enjoy having like a gin and tonic. Then now that I'm getting older, I'm more of a brown liquor girl.
Okay.
Anyway, give me a little Hennessy, give me a little...
It's giving Days of Our Lives. It's giving Bold and the Beautiful. It's giving Barker Haynes.
Barker Haynes. I was stressed at work today. That's me right now. But I try to drink only on weekends and not during the week most of the time. Yeah.
Okay. Can I tell you what the poison that you need is?
What? Oh, got a cooler box.
Considering the fact that they don't have water in Sandton.
Let me tell you something. Today has been so stressful for me. I woke up with no water and I've been consuming a lot of water. I've been feeling very sick. So I absolutely, that's good. That's
Yeah.
Box.
Let me put this back. This one you will take when you go home.
Well, please.
But I managed to get these little babies. I'm not sure which one you feel like.
I love these.
Which one
Give
do you
me
want? The mint mojito.
Yes.
Okay, I'll have the ruby grapefruit, which is my fave anyway.
Oh, I love these. Woolworths sponsor.
Wow, yes, please.
Please.
All right, so...
Do I have to pour it in? Or can you...
No, you can drink it however you want.
Man, it's very cute man.
Imnana, lando kaloku yeselele bhoti.
Bangathi ndisela isayida. Oh, thank you. Yes, I love these. Yes. Good.
Now, Hlehle, a lot of the time when you ask someone, what is your poison? The first thing that they do is they shrug that question off as a drinks order, as what it is that you drink. However, a poison in its truest sense is something that you ingest and it eats you up from the inside. And a lot of the time, with whatever it is that we're going through, ebomini, it acts like a poison.
Yeah.
Whether it's something on your heart, whether it's something on your spirit, whether it's something on your mind. So with that in mind, I want to ask you the question again. What's your poison?
Coke. Coca-Cola.
Hi, man. I was
literally thinking about, actually, another thing that I'm really addicted to currently is Coca-Cola. But into currently.
What are you going through? siyagoa sonke and akho mntu ungagoyiyo into egoyisayo.
Go not going. Please. I got my medication. I'm up. Like as I was saying to you in the car, like I'm so level-headed right now. But the one thing I can probably say, but toxic relationships, yes. That's probably something that I need to undo.
Why do you say relationships and not one relationship? Relationships is this a previous thing?
Oh, that's best. I think just the people that I attract. I'm not saying there's many.
Okay.
I was totally damn. But I'm saying I have this weird thing right now that's going on with me where I'm really attracting like toxic men. And this is romantically or whatever you want to call it. And I really want to undo that. I think if I undo that and I put my boundaries up, a lot of other things in my life would be fixed like so much better, because right now I'm working on my mental health. Like I said to you, I'm on my medication. I attend therapy and my drinking has gotten so much better. Like in terms of I only drink on weekends. And that's when I'm going to like a festival or not J on a random Saturday. I'm drinking. So it's like small things like that I've worked on very hard. I said to you, like last year I was 8 months sober. Yeah. So that also helped with throughout this year in terms of to balance out so many things, processes that were going on in my life. So I think that's about it. I think I just need to get my boundaries up.
And I think it's something that we go through quite a lot. And I think abantu don't realize that they have that because there are so many things. I mean, I was speaking to my mom about this last night and I was talking about the fact that I think I do have a borderline personality disorder called limerence. And consistently, and I broke it down to her. I was like, the seeking that approval from a partially absent parent, is now manifesting itself.
In love with the idea
of a
person and not taking them for who they are.
That's it. And then they come and they give you 2 breadcrumbs.
Oh.
And you conflate these breadcrumbs and you make them the biggest thing ever. Yet kukho umntu who's right here umane sithi Hlehle.
My best friend was saying was like, dude, believe them the first time. Because I have this thing where I'm like, benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt. Nah, benefit of the doubt. And my best friend was like, dude, believe them the first time. Like whatever they say the first time, whatever they believe in the first time, that's it. That's who they are. And I was like, damn. And then the limerence, I have the same thing. Oh, I love the idea of a person. I love it so much. Like sometimes in relationship, we're getting married. I love you.
Oh, absolutely.
I love you so much.
So another thing that in dealing with it for myself, I had to actually say, and it started with just not making excuses for people who are not making excuses for themselves.
Ooh.
You
ate that thing up a little bit.
Yeah, because a lot of the time, right? I'm going to do this, and they don't do it. And you immediately make up excuses in your mind for them. Oh no, they're busy at work. Oh no, no.
Yep.
They have not said they're busy at work. So therefore,
it goes back to Lando, believe them the first time. If they said they're going to call, and they don't call the first time, believe that. They didn't want to. They're being a fool.
And get injalo sanalam. So, Hlehle, you have been in the online space for quite some time.
Yeah.
You have spoken out quite honestly about your mental health.
To my detriment. Because like there's this thing people do when they meet me where they're like, how are you?
How's your heart?
They're like, oh, you're okay. Like so apa so sela.
What's the what's the weather inside?
Oh, what's the weather inside of? Oh, now what's the weather inside of you? Call me yeah, to my own detriment, but I don't regret it. But anyway, you were saying, sorry.
Yeah. So in speaking out about it, you've mentioned that you've been diagnosed with depression, bipolar, ADHD, and anxiety.
Okay, research. Jeez.
Ain't even got no notepad.
Jeez. Yes, that's true. Yes.
So these are buzzwords that are used a lot nowadays. You have gone through the process. You've been diagnosed. However, a lot of the time you will have people who throw these words around, speaking quite frivolously about it. First of all, let's talk about the process of getting a diagnosis, and then we'll come back and circle back to how it makes you feel when people just throw these things around.
Yeah. I think the first process was when I noticed that my best friend not at the time, my best friend who saw that I was struggling with school and was like, when am I because she already got diagnosed.
Okay.
Like, she went to VITS, she went through the process to a point where she dropped out of school.
Yeah.
And that's how hectic her diagnosis was. And then she was like, dude, you sound like me, you feel like me every time like we're having these discussions. And fortunate for me at the time, I had the financial means to take the process of going to psychiatrists, a therapist, yonke lonto, and I took those steps. And it was important for me to be diagnosed because I didn't want to throw the words around and be like, oh, I'm anxious, kodwa. We get a lot of things from online and we try to not simulate but relate, and it's quite dangerous, and that's what my whole platform is about. But there are steps that you can take to feel better, and you can live with these things ube normal, like, and be fine. So for me, I was like, if I'm going to talk about these things, let me actually take the steps. It literally took like 3 years of being in therapy constantly, and actually like going to psychiatrists, getting my pills, trying to feel better. And also during COVID, man, I was at my lowest. I think most of us were.
Yeah.
But it affected me the most at the time because I was having family die left, right, and center. And I'm already like an empath, and I'm already sensitive person in general. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me take these steps. And ever since then, like, I know exactly what to do when I'm feeling anxious, or if I'm feeling the one diagnosis that I'm still learning is my bipolar. Oh yeah, that is a process and a half, because sometimes I'm like, it's not depression, but my mood swings. There's something. And I was even saying to a friend of mine, I was like, I'm such a hothead, like. And I'm not trying to say people who have bipolar ngabantu who quickly get angry, but now my anger moves different. Like in a place where it's literally not normal. And that's something I've always had since I was young. So I'm still trying to learn that area. It's still new, but everything else got it on clock. I know when I'm feeling depressed. I know when I'm anxious. I know even now when we walked in, I said to you, but trying to pinpoint why I'm anxious.
Yes.
Then I remembered, oh man, it's that water thing. It was stressing me. And also having to come here, didn't want to disappoint you. I was like, okay, that's where it's coming from. So it's small things like that I've basically learned and kind of like call myself out whenever they happen. So
also an experience because ubane coping mechanisms.
Well, that's another tools. This is busy tools in the language tools. When you go to therapy, they teach you tools on how to pinpoint when you're not okay and all of those things. Yeah, literally. It's a process. It's a long process, but once you get there, it's easy. Like easy to navigate.
And once you are armed with those tools, you know, you are able to then pick them out of your toolbox and use them in those moments.
100%.
So
100%.
I think that is absolutely beautiful, and it's imperative for people to
Have you been diagnosed with anything?
No, I have not been diagnosed.
Would you
with
like
anything.
to go through the process? Do you ever think about going? And that's a Pandora box so you can't open, because I think I was living for the longest time in oblivion.
Yes.
Like, I was able to cope, but the minute I started taking the steps to feel better, unraveling.
Can we do one thing at a time? I've just started this whole sobriety thing.
Fair.
Can we?
That is so fair. No, that is fair. Like, awufunos bombard food.
Exactly.
And also, yes, sometimes you are fine. Like, I'm not anxiety, I'm not done. It's just that you probably needed to get sober to feel better. You probably needed to go to the gym more, take care of yourself more. Like, I try to shy away from like self-diagnosis yourself. Like, try not to do that. Take the other routes, qala. And then if you feel like you're not getting any better, then can go pros. Sometimes also you don't need to go to a psychiatrist like I do. Therapy, just to have someone to talk to and hear your thoughts. And ugabe. I have a friend of mine who push. You should actually get her on the show. She's amazing. Push. She's not diagnosed with anything, but she goes to therapy just to unwind, like just to have that listening board of someone understanding her and going through like the process of feeling better. That's it.
So here's another thing. And again, other people will say, but these things are feelings, Hlehle. We're allowed to, you know, describe how we are feeling using these words. I am feeling anxious, therefore I have anxiety. I am feeling, you know, like all of those things. How dangerous is that language to diminishing the disorders that people have?
Other feelings. The thing is, depression, anxiety, those words are actual diagnoses. Like, those are actually medical terms. I was actually I have this best friend of mine. We have these lengthy talks of trying to unpack and understand ourselves and all these things. Because we had to call ourselves out and be like, sometimes you're not anxious, you're just sad. Sometimes you're not depressed. Like, it's okay to be upset about something. Like, if maybe I was supposed to go somewhere and a friend didn't arrive, it's okay for me to be upset. That moment made me depressed. There's other words like sad or happy or angry. Disappointed. You know, like way other words to describe your feelings. And even through diagnosis, now sometimes I'm like, I don't try to go to the worst case scenario. If I've been in bed for like 3 days and like there's a certain pattern that I notice, but oh no, Zimbe was a depression, then I can start being like, oh, it's depression. But sometimes we're disappointed, sometimes we're sad. And use those words. I think it's become like, it's become such like a fashion. See,
here's my thing, right? Because I understand that I can feel anxious about something, but that doesn't necessarily mean that ginali anxiety. Because uhlele akanamanzi namhlanje and uyandistressa it's because ngoku we need to work things around and whatever, and we need to be at the studio at a certain time.
La panics is stress. It's stressful.
Yes. You know, so but andizuhlala ndithi
hey lento yami yonganamanzi masiye kuzathi uhlala phi ke ngokulosisi. Santa never has water. Please. But I get you. Sorry, you were saying. I get you.
But going back to Lando Theatre as well, a lot of the things that I felt consistently went away when I stopped drinking. A lot of the things that I felt consistently went away when I started going to the gym. You know, I keep a bag emotweni with gym clothes.
Good.
Because DT, even if I've got 2 hours nyana in the day, I've got this shoot and then a meeting later, what I will do is I'll look at the day and say, I've got 2 hours here. Whereas I would have gone before ndiyoshlala at a restaurant or at a bar and have Long Islands and Jaeger shots. Did yes. Okay, let me go for my meeting. I now go to the gym.
Yeah.
That's how I spend my time, and I do things that are developmental to me, but also not just physically, but also mentally and spiritually, you know? Excuse me. So at the end of it, the endorphins are there. You're feeling great after your workout. You're feeling great after having done something productive like shooting an episode of the podcast that you know is just going to help so many people.
Okay, promo. fair. Got
You know, and it's really just so good because now you start to build this thing. And again, I guess it's those tools.
Yeah.
Because I also know if I am feeling some type of way about something, right? If kukho any situation, nenye chap.
Until a situation.
Come, not ready to disclose. So girl, if kukho a situation by that's just making me annoyed, instead of sitting with my feelings, and now I'm building it up and I just go to the gym, bitch.
Yeah.
I go to the gym, in the city. Actually,
it wasn't that deep.
It was not that deep.
Yeah.
Really was not that deep. And I think it helps me really keep my emotions in check.
In check, yeah.
Because yeah. And I think it was also something that we were speaking about earlier, sitting hormones. You know, when you whether drugs, whether of course hormones zakho.
What's your vice now?
What's my vice now?
Like surely you can't even know. Just like outside of gym, like sex.
Haven't had that in a very long time.
Really?
Yeah, because also I thought I was gonna do a separate episode on this. Sober dating is different.
Yes, it is, because you're aware.
Yes.
And yeah, I get
so
you.
For instance, before it was easy to go to a night out situation or wena kaunyaka and tsamailewe.
And that's not where I'm tired. It's just a moment.
And now you're making out in the club, or you end up going home together. The next day you fall into it. It's just like, okay, we're having breakfast, and then it just kind of builds into a relationship.
Okay.
And even if it doesn't,
is that how you were dating?
Oh, bro, that's standard.
That's so crazy. Yes, okay.
Or even if it doesn't become a relationship, you know, it's like a
fling,
situationship, or a babsy, you know,
yeah.
Or they become a choza boza with benefits, you know.
Don't use my phrase like that ever again. Benefits the choza boza. Don't you dare.
So now it's different. Like now I actually have to like you.
Do you feel like you're more picky now? Like,
absolutely. Also,
self-love,
but also I just don't have the time for bullshit.
You know, another thing, like maybe one of these days in your podcast you need to touch on, and you need to also evaluate with yourself. Gym saved my life from that last year.
Yes.
I was gymming crazy. But you balance.
Yes.
By the time the year ended, I had the worst fatigue because I realized I wasn't taking care of myself. Like I was taking care of myself, like going to the gym, drinking water, not drinking, but I was depriving the other part of myself of like enjoying being with people, enjoying hanging out with people, and having a glass of once in a while. Maybe not drink as much as I used to, but that's why this year I feel like there was some sort of balance within me where it was like, okay, I know when to stop.
Yeah.
Self-indulging too much. Be like, okay, because you can self-indulge even with wellness.
Yes, absolutely.
So like a friend, Chomyamo Zuzi, where she's at a place where I was at last year, where she's self-indulging with like wellness. And I said, Uyakbana, just take care of yourself in areas of your life. You're human. You're supposed to have fun. And you're supposed to hang out with your friends, which was so refreshing when you said, "Bye, I go out." We're go for.
There's a video of me on TikTok of me shaking Nyash just last week Sunday in the mid-rib.
As you should,
bro. You
should.
And I think one of the most beautiful things about it is that yes, I'll still go out, and you know what? If you're a friend of mine and we're going out and sharp whatever, I don't have a problem with buying you whatever it is that you want.
Yeah.
Now all I'm here to do is to be a beacon that shows you, Bana, you can actually still have fun without
indulging. Yeah.
But the one thing that I rub in their faces all the time is the fact that because the where you first see the change and the difference, there's fun or substances, is in your bank balance.
But I just accumulated more clothes.
Yes,
last year when I got sober for 8 months. Instead, I just got more clothes. Like your money goes to something else.
Mine came here.
What cover selfish?
No, as in came here, as in it's funding the podcast.
The podcast.
Yes. So at least it is doing something that is developmental. That is.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. So it's like the podcast, like this. I'm going to go to a hobby because this is something you do like every day.
It's an outlet for me.
Something different from what you're used to, basically.
Yes, but apart from that, it's also, I say every single episode that we do here feels like therapy for me.
Yeah.
Because every single conversation that I have on this platform is an extension of a conversation I've either had with myself or a conversation I've had with someone in my life.
Yeah.
And therefore being able to unpack them in these settings enables me to, one, take accountability, but also to shed a lot of whatever it is maybe that I've been carrying through understanding what it is that either I was going through then or I'm currently going through now. And hopefully then it will expand and be a conversation that other people can tap into and be able to then have with people in their own lives.
Shame, I can relate to that because when we started with a friend of mine, October, the podcast,
yes.
like, as much as that show is like a giggly show, like Siyahlega, but to be outlet, like we just wanted to share like our mistakes and teaching lessons but get in a more like lighthearted, like funny and jokingly way, because I mean, if you follow me on my platforms, I don't think I take everything seriously like that. I really don't. So I was like,
like se
feminism part. No, for real. So I kind of can relate to that. But you know, when you also putting effort in something that you're passionate about, especially Tina, in the spaces that we're in, we don't get as many opportunities. So it's almost like an investment back to yourself, basically. So I can relate to that. We also came up with the podcast through a place of being the lowest we've ever been before. Snow kind of like we were so low, and we were trying. You even see it, man, in our episodes. Like,
it's just like
Goa is like they're not okay. But the more you watch the podcast, the more you're like, oh, they're starting to feel better, and we're progressing and whatnot.
Unfortunately, we can't watch the podcast currently.
Yes, because we're on a production break, so we have seasons. Like we have a season 1, season 2, because we realized like we must go live our lives, come
Okay.
back, siphinde sibalise.
Okay.
Like not every week it's exciting. Like some weeks I'm literally at home doing nothing. So living a little bit helps our podcast like to come back with like more stories and more self-awareness of realizing like even this
Ukuhambe uyobetheka,
uyobetheka
ukhe uhambe uyothwasa utshone phansi kwamanzi.
kanyotwaza that joke guys okay akayotwaza okay say izinto zakhe but for real we were talking about this with Ukaya and team to say I have so much to say guys the next season I have so much to say.
I want to talk about the intersectionality of mental health and substance use and abuse or misuse. So, and almost like a conversation that I'm going to be having in probably our next episode or the one after, where it ties in with 16 days of activism against women and child abuse. You know, utwala drugs and stuff like that can be a catalyst for GBV, but also GBV can be a catalyst for women ending up in etwaleni and as taverning and I want to find out from the mental health perspective, how much does utwala affect our mental health, and then how much of having mental health issues then leads people to isn't this fun utwala and drugs?
People self-diagnose all the time or self-indulge, medicate all the time to suppress the probably the mental health issues that they're struggling with. Unfortunately, like I can't go too much into detail because I'm not a professional. Yes. I don't think that is too much like in my field area. It would be unfair of me to come here and be like, yeah, abantu bayasela because bayagoa, like abantu bayasela baba depressed. But I can say that I've noticed that there is a lot of that happens. Like sometimes you actually don't need to be diagnosed or anything. You just need to stop drinking and like look after yourself a bit more. And alcohol is it's an antidepressant. It's a downer. Like even how you feel afterwards, like the hangover and the anxiety. I used to remember how it used to make me feel like anxiously after going out.
Oh, absolutely.
Like you just feel like you just wasted your time. Like Sunday, let's say you were drinking Friday. Saturday, we are goa. Maybe like now that we're chasing our 30s, some of us, the hangover, lasted 2 days. And you've lost like a whole weekend.
Absolutely.
And sometimes some people don't stop drinking until Sunday, and then you lose Monday and Tuesday. By that time, the week is over. And people don't understand why they are anxious, but you're anxious because you didn't fulfill the goals of the week that you were supposed to fulfill. So now you're sitting there and you're like, I wasted my time. By the time with Thursday, Friday, figure it's a cycle of restarting that again. Then you can go into a depressive episode because you're constantly anxious, you're constantly feeling like you're not achieving anything, and then now you're just like depressed. You're like, I wasted my time, I wasted so many things.
Last week, literally, I said something very similar, and I said, Ndobana, do you really hate your job or you just hungover? Because Usele Sunday, Monday and Tuesday is written off. So then, therefore, and now I guess it is a matter of, are you really anxious? Well, I mean, you're feeling anxious, but I guess, do you really suffer from anxiety?
Especially in the creative space, because economists in the creative space, we are quite busy just 2 days of the week. And some of the days, like, you feel like you should be doing more. Maybe I should have shot more podcast episodes. I should have shot Instagram pictures. I should have done a TikTok, because you need to keep your socials going. So creative space, just because also nayo it's not it's not sustainable, it's not
consistent.
I call consistent.
Yes.
So it's so easy for people in the creative space to move in an anxious place, especially if you're constantly like grooving and always outside and doing other things. Like, I'm just talking in personal experiences, but I always tell people, but be kind to yourself. Like, you're trying to figure out life. Like, it's not that deep sometimes. Like, just relax. Maybe you are not supposed to do this. But okay, watching how your intake, like your indulgent intake, is very important because humans we do overindulge a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah.
As not self-control.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't. But it's that thing where we were saying now, but it's like rewiring your brain. You're so used to a certain pattern, but you don't blink twice. You but mawubhatala rent, ininzi le rent.
Masiyeke le rent because kude basithethe nge-6 pack ne-airtime. I-airtime le uzayiconvert ibe yidatha ikuncede kule business yakho.
Kule business yakho. Okay, masiyeke ne-airtime nayo ise far-fetched. Masithi uzithengele itop cute yakwa Mr. Price.
Exactly.
Which is the same price as, but
and uzayinxiba le top uyinxibe ide.
Podcast ube mhle.
Exactly.
But no, you don't want to invest in yourself. I think those are the biggest lessons I've really tried to learn and unlearn the last couple of year and a bit, to unlearn certain behaviors and patterns that I was so used to when it comes to going out, hanging out with friends and all of that. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of learning and unlearning. Let me be honest. Self-healing journey. Yo. No, bruh. This is getting boring now. At some point, we need to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, we want to get to a point of being okay. And I think I'm glad that you are either at or very close to a point of being okay. Because
I feel like next year is my year.
Yes.
I really do. Like, something in me is telling me next year is my year.
But also, you know, that on its own is just indicative of how far you've come, because that feeling of anticipation, that feeling of hoping, that feeling of faith, you know, where now you are actually looking forward to something.
Yeah, I am looking forward to a lot of things. I'm looking forward to, so last year I did 8 months of no drinking. Next year, ndifuna uzama 365 days.
Achapa.
Like, I literally want to give it, like, I want to present that to myself. But okay, let's try something. And also, I think I've finally bridged the gaps in areas where I know where I need to fix.
Yeah.
I gave myself a break this year in terms of, like, have fun, go out, relax a little bit. It will be cute. Like, don't take life too seriously. Like, just give yourself, like, this year to pull yourself towards yourself. Next year, I'm up next. It's going to be my hottest year. I'm going to be so hot next year. Yo! Hi! This is kage! I'm going to be so hot. I have no choice but to.
Hlehle, mental health yethu, it does not just affect us. It also, it's like dropping a pebble into a pond or even a lake.
Ripple effect.
The ripple effect. And I think the primary people that are affected are probably our families. However, they are affected by things that they do not understand. Take me through making your parents understand your mental health journey.
Shame, that's a journey and a half. Like, it's been like such a roller coaster. But the positive side of that, it was a journey because at first they didn't understand.
Yeah.
And like, depressed. Like, I don't get it. But now what that has done is that it's also made them look after their own mental health. Like, I've gotten to a place now with both my parents where they can call me and be like, yo, I'm feeling so low. Like, where I actually talk to them and we have these discussions. Like, my mom will call me by, yo, I went to go see a therapist. I just felt like I needed to unwind. And this is the same woman, or these are the same people, but Ben Lisa, like a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago, but don't your mental health. Like, what is this chat like? And I got depressed when you guys are you are bazali. But I caught depression. I will see like how I'll mamela. But now I'm at a place, my parents know they can actually everyone in my family most likely can come to me, like to talk to me. And that took a journey and a while. But it took a lot of tears also. Like, there was times like trigger warning, like I was struggling even with like living. Yeah. I didn't want to be here. Like, there were times where my mom would be like sitting making me vomit because I took pills or something. Like, I didn't want to exist anymore. And that's hurtful to a parent because like they just couldn't grasp it. I think that's when they took it seriously, when I had like suicidal ideations and things like that.
Yours was more than suicidal ideation. You were actively trying to. You were actively trying to remove yourself.
And I was like, every moment I got, but Hlehle yedwa. Can you enjoy Robin? But usaphila. Like, if I don't answer my phone for 2 days, whoa,
listen. Bluetooth device.
Bluetooth off. They say press Bluetooth off. So, but now, like, there was last year I reassured my parents. I was like, guys, I've worked so hard to get to a place where a mental state is not at a place where I need you guys to stop worrying about that. Like, I'll come to you, I'll speak to you if I have a problem. That will be probably the last resort. And something about like your frontal lobe settling, that you start feeling better and you feel grown and you feel like you've lived through a lot of things. So I just started becoming stronger with my problems. And my dad gave me a hell of a speech, was like, you don't want to live life, you're a coward of life. We all have to go through things. Why are you a coward? Damn, that's true.
But one of the things that I liked that your mom said actually is the fact that going through this with you has made her realize that there were probably also symptoms that in her own life.
Yeah.
And now it's like, but just that in their era, they did not have the terminology, they did not have the language for it, and they did not have the understanding.
No, she says it till this day. She's always like, but nathi sasi depressed, sasi anxious, but nathi sasi nazo zonke izinto. How we handled it as back in the day, it was survival. Like, they had to survive. And Tina, we can have the privilege of talking about these things, and because we're not on survival mode. Our parents have. Did I say mental health is a luxury? Let me tell you that for free. It's a luxury. Like, some people don't have time to be like me and see a psychiatrist or like badali 2.5 every other month, your money therapist. It's such a luxury niche. But I always tell people there's other avenues of you feeling better. And my parents at the time didn't have that luxury. I acknowledge the privilege that I have in terms of like even sitting here and being like, yo guys, anxiety, depression. Like, some people don't have the time to. Like, there's this is why like I allow my space for people to come vent.
Yeah.
Like you can just tell me anything. Where some things are very deep. The things that are in my DMs, people go like in ways that you don't even grasp like what people are battling with. But I'm glad that they feel comfortable that they can share like things like that with me. So it's the same thing. Like my mom is basically talking about, but she didn't have the luxury to not feel better or to not wake up or not to drop out of school like I did or to not be in survival mode basically. So now, because I've voiced out these things to my parents, they've taken the time, and like I remember for the first time my dad went to a mental institute for like a month, because
For himself.
Oh
wow.
Indoda
Wow.
Can you imagine? Like when he was retiring, he was like he's taking a month off and he's going to just talk about, because he was also like a police.
Okay.
Connie trauma that he's like, fighting with. And I've never seen my dad so like level-headed like when he came back. There's still more to be done. It doesn't just take a month. There's still more to be done, but
he chilled, dude.
well, no shame. I've seen like so much improvement like with my family, from my sister to my little brother, like so much. But to go through it. So sometimes you are the stepping stone of your family feeling better.
Absolutely.
Prime example, maybe your sober journey is gonna lead to something else. Lead to maybe you and your mom talking more about mental.
I will tell you this: the one thing that this my sobriety has done between my mom and I, because my relationship with my mom has gone through many ebbs and flows. It's been consistent in that I knew that she loved me and whatever, but there were so many things. There was the coming out.
Do you think you were the problem?
In some instances, yes.
Okay, there was first coming out, and then
so there's like the coming out, and then the contention with that, and then being like, you know what, actually, babes, you kind of need to fit in, or you need to get out of my life, so and just her then realizing, actually, let me go and chat to someone about this and try to understand it a little bit better. So that then made our relationship better.
Nice.
But then also now, it's that thing where I was saying I do call her out on a lot of things. So I'll be like, Lendita Tayo, it's giving micro homophobia. Like,
and I was sometimes mama belly, bro.
So like those kind of things, and I'll be like, no, or I'll say, I don't feel like talking today, so I don't understand why you need to make me feel like I'm doing something terrible by not. I don't feel like it, and I know sometimes the things you're gonna want to talk about are going to make me feel some type of way, And then I think your sobriety definitely has helped one, really just that top tier, solidification, cherry on top, really helped with the trust.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, and taking you seriously.
Yes, exactly. The trust, they're taking me seriously, certainly, because now, I think she said something the one time and she was like, I sleep so much better now because
she doesn't have to worry about you.
But bandifona because something has happened, or has he not been arrested again? Or
hold on, let's go back. Let's take it. Hold on. That's it. I feel like there's something about this podcast. It's got because I feel like you were a menace.
I was a little bit, because my thing is I didn't like for fun to end. I was I would go.
Those like me. Where's everyone going? Why are we going home?
Exactly, why are we going home? So I would go for weeks without drinking, but when I do, oh my dear. See, third place. After third place, I couldn't out to Rosie, Bramfontein. Puma phayana ngo 8 9 in the morning uphuma kwakho phayana uyongena emayimai if ungayanga wa third place no Rose uya ePavilion eMaboneng. Bro, it's been years even before Bullion Bar in Cape Town, All Nations in Cape Town. So dan desires
so banjelwe ntoni ke ngoku?
driving. I had a few DUIs.
Okay.
And don't know, I think the first time I ever got arrested. the first time I ever got arrested was for drunken disorderly behavior on Long Street.
Thank God you're sober. That's it. Yeah.
But I will say that cop was, because I'm on Long Street, I'm getting out of was it an Uber or a meter cab? I think it was a meter cab at the time. So it was a meter taxi. Ndiphuma phayana and then ndibhabhayisa driver through the window. Kufike ipolisa lizondibetha ngedonki pira phela again ezimbanjini. Dithi hayibo, no, hold on, why are you yabo? So angene emotweni yakhe. Did you know, can you tell me why it is that you are hitting me? So try mistake enayenzayo kubeka isandla sami kuyo.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa. What the? Yay. Fakwe venini sana lami.
Wathini wahlala like
It was
24 hours?
Yeah, it was no, just overnight.
Overnight. Kunjani ejele?
Which one? It was Mowbray. Chippy. Do you want to know John Foster?
So dear Robin Island.
I have fought against white domination.
That's it. Oh my God. That's so cool.
So okay, even heist.
Shame, I understand your mom, Shame. You know,
Yeah.
I pray. Like,
And car accidents and things like that. Like there was a lot, and also it's been years, so from probably the time I moved to Cape Town when I started first year in 2012,
Yeah.
So I can imagine that it's a major relief.
First year 2012.
Yeah.
Oh, Badala. Yes.
Original one case.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I can certainly imagine that. And how are your parents now that you, because I called it DJ. No, not that DJ. Not DJ mental health. Yeah, tweaking here, tweaking there, lowering here, upping there.
No, my parents, the same thing. Trust has been restored. Again, goes back to Lande trust of like not wanting to constantly hurt myself.
Yeah.
So that has been restored. Also, when there's trust, they believe you. So if I go to them now and to say, okay, I'm not okay, but I don't have the financial means to don't. Bias by uzoyenza
Le mali akanishaya shayi.
hayi kaloku mna ndandithatha imali ndiyinqunquthe. So now there's that, but no, she also takes herself seriously. And there's also been a lot of things that I'm trying to undo in my life that I didn't do in the past, like school and things like that. So they can tell I'm trying.
You're taking yourself a little more seriously.
Well, I do. I think, again, there's something about getting older. Also, they believe me in the sense of like, I don't care what people think of me now.
Yeah. Oh,
Really
my dear.
don't care. I don't care. Like, I think I've seen it all. I've been through it all online. That even this year, one of the things that I did for myself was like not be as online as I was like in the past.
Hey, and zininzi izinto zakho online wena. Wawu rigorous online.
Rigorous.
You went through a breakup online.
I gotta it
Kwathiwa
melts
ube-
down
kwathiwa ube imali zabantu online.
in 2,500. Kuningi, like I've been online, like there's nothing I haven't experienced, but this year I just took time for myself, like shut the hell up and just like focus on myself. And like I realized, but even if you try to defend yourself and you tell people this is not true, this is not, no one wants to believe that, because that's not the narrative that they're trying to push.
Absolutely.
People want to ngokola, they want to have something to talk about. And shame, I'm anything from, I'm the most boring girly online. Like there is nothing about me right now.
And I think I'm also very boring online in the sense that ndiyabaphendula neyabantu but andikuphenduli ngale ndlela ucinga uba ndizakuphendula. I don't get riled up.
No,
if
I don't.
anything, mina I just make it a joke. Like kukhona omnye wathi amaxhosa a-10 and what usigqiba wazothi yindoda yomntu ke le. That indoda kaba? Indoda wonke umuntu apho uyayazi into I've been single for 4 years. Indoda kabani? I didn't pay attention to any of the other things that they had said that they were trying to offend me with or what or anything like that. Nah. So you find ways to really respond, but without even responding.
Yeah, no, I don't get people riled up. I was even like, there was a constant comments recently. I think one of my videos was weirdly trending for some odd reason, but okay, it's fine. Someone was like, ndakugqibela nini ku timeline yam? That good. Exactly. No, I'm not trying to be seen. I've never been like that. I get trying to be seen. I just do my own thing, my little corner, go to the gym, geeky about something. And
ukho omnye besithi ndinephuza face ndandimhle before or something like that, right? Ndamphendula ndathi, oh sana lam, at least ndandikhe ndamhle, at least umoshe ubutywala, and not that ndandimi from birth unlike other people.
Wena mna kule phuza face ndisemhle. Oh mntase uyababalisela lo icrush yam with a way back.
Wait, I need to ikhona la photo.
Ikhona la photo, yeah. I think I have it. Oh, ndanukuthanda. Then when I saw you years later, I was okay. I was like, oh,
you need to tell people how old we were at the time.
Yes, I was probably like, about 6 years old. Like I just had a crush on this teen boy who was just doing his own thing. Like we were just as a family hanging out. But I was just like, I'm in love. I was a child. I was like, I love him. I don't know who he is, but I love him.
Aren't you so glad I found myself before? Because I have you
ever dated women?
Yeah, I tried to. It just didn't feel natural.
Fair.
Yeah, I tried to. I tried. I was an irk. I was an irk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played rugby and all of that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. I was captain of my team. It was the C team, but I was captain of my team.
Please. Please.
Oh, you know what? Let's just put a little and before we wrap it up, I do want to say thank you so much, first of all, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
But also, thank you for working on yourself.
Thanks, guys.
It's beautiful to hear your journey and to hear how far you've come. And also just for me, also being able to look at you and say, hey, yeah, Hlehle has managed to walk this. And now, guys, I remember I went to a joint therapy session with my mom at the beginning of this year, and I sat there and I said, like, I'm not going to off myself, but I think about it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I left there and I Buccaneers, oyster shots. Like I was going through a lot.
Something.
It's going through a lot. But being able to sit here now as two people who have actively taken steps to try and get better.
Yeah.
Who are ultimately trying to attain the best of me. I think that it's just going to be so impactful and so helpful to so many people. So thank you so much for giving us the time.
All we can do is try, Mdasa. So yeah.
Absolutely. For people who are looking for, Didn't you direct my 600 people to your thousands?
Oh my God. Please.
Where do people find you?
You guys can find me on my podcast with my friend October the Podcast. You can find me on Instagram, Hlehle_Lupindo. You can find me on YouTube, Hlehle_Lupindo. Don't go searching for me on Twitter. Please. Stay away from me on Twitter. I haven't been on Twitter in a while. And TikTok, Hlehle_Lupindo.
Okay. Nihambe ke bethi niyomkhangela phayana konke lo makhasi onxibelelwano, because I think that is where you'll be able to continue these conversations. Uhlekantoni?
I thank you.
Oh.
I'm just a giggler, sorry.
Oh. I wonder nyumbazwa yintoni bethu na. But yeah, for us here, please help us continue to grow this platform. We absolutely appreciate it also when you guys interact in the comments with each other. We know that there are people who are going through a lot, and we know that there are people who have walked this journey before. So I love it so much when we find each other in those spaces, to be able to encourage each other, and encourage healing and the betterment of ourselves. Ungasifumana ke phayana ko Facebook at The Best of Me, Instagram Best of Me Pod, TikTok, just search The Best of Me.
Yeah.
And then now at @Samora_Mangesi. I'm the one with the blue tick.
Period.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for Samora Mashal, I'd probably be the most famous Samora out there. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'll see you guys next week.
Overwhelmed so easily, my anxiety creeps inside of me, makes it hard to breathe. What's come over me feels like I'm somebody else.